Hello all, I am Donatien Tejika. I would like to present about time management. So the overview of today is what is time management, importance of time management, the techniques that can be used for effective time management, visual aids for time management, as well as conclusion. So actually, time management is the intentional planning and the control of the amount of time that we can spend on our specific activities or in order to improve effectiveness or efficiency of and productivity of that we are doing. In other words, time management is the process of organizing and planning how to allocate someone's time in various activities. So the importance of time management, actually we can find that time management skills are so much more important in our everyday life due to time management skills helps us to have greater clarity, productivity, as well as confidence. So good time management also can help us to achieve our bigger goals and reduce procrastination as well as less stress at workplace at all. So also time management is important to us or in our everyday life because it helps us to make prioritization, or once we make prioritization as well, we also have to know what is very important to us and what is urgent tasks. So time management is also benefit to us due to it can help us to get more important works done and give us more time to spend with our peoples that we matter most, or it can help us to increase our friendship with other people's life. So time management also is so much more important in our everyday life due to it can also help us to avoid or to limit the unnecessary activities that can consume our time. So here are also main techniques that we can use for time management in effective way. Firstly, we have to plan. Actually, planning is a process that we can use to plan or to make a list of what things that we are supposed to do, like plan it ahead of time. Maybe I can say that tomorrow I will teach or I will work on project, so that I have to plan ahead by writing down what I was supposed to do. Also, I have to prioritize my tasks wisely based on important and urgent tasks. Also, setting limited time to complete my tasks is also another way I can use, or another techniques I can use to manage my time effectively. Also, I have to remove non-essential or non-necessary activities to my calendar, as well as setting goals that can be achieved or measurable correctly. So also we have visual aids that we can use for time management. For instance, calendars, stick notes, telephone, laptop, as well as watch. Actually, this watch can help me to see the time or how time is going on. Also, I can use this phone. So this phone also is inside on it. There is I have to make an alarm, like something that will remind me what activity is going on or what activity that can be next. Also, I can use Google Calendars to remind me what the next activity I can use. So also, I can use this stick note by writing down what my activity could be done, as well as using this phone to make alarm that can remind me what's going on. Even though time management is so much more important in our daily life, it also has the disadvantages. For example, poor management can lead the less productive at work or at workplace. For instance, maybe I can be at workplace, yet I'm busy in my chat with my friends. At that time, I will be busy in chatting with those friends, yet I have to work on my tasks as well. So at that time, uh, my again, poor time management also can cause stress. For example, I can have many tasks to work on. So once I didn't manage my time effectively, I can see that I can find myself with many tasks that I have to do. So at that time, my stress will be increased, and I will feel like how I am overwhelmed due to many tasks that I have to work in few time. To me, that time management, it can increase the stress in the people. Also, uh, poor time management also, it can increase the bad reputation. For instance, I might be a student and I can miss to submit 2 assignments or 3 at time. At that time, or I can come in class while I'm late. So at that time, my reputation will be ruined due to I didn't know how to manage my time in effective way. Also, once I don't know how to manage my time in effective way, I can also be missing the deadlines. For instance, about this deadline, for instance, I can have an assignment to submit like at 2:14. When I have mismanagement of time, I could find myself yet I'm going to submit it at like 9. To me, that at that time I will miss the deadline. So poor time management also, it can lead to the flow of work. To mean that I will find myself while I'm having many tasks that I have to do at once. To mean that poor time management can put me to work on pressure. Yet working via pressure can lead me to feel like upset mind. Once I work my task with upset mind, I can't be productive in what I'm working on. Also, as a conclusion, it is important to us to mean that everyone, each and everyone must have or must know how to manage the time in effective way. I said this because once I know or once you know how to manage your time in effective way, you will improve your productivity at workplace as well as less stress. Okay, for example, that led me to say this. Once I use my time in effective way, to mean that every task and everything I will do it on its time. At that time, I will find myself with time to rest. To mean that time management is also important because it helps us to achieve the bigger goals. As I said before, also it will help us to reduce misunderstanding between the workers. For example, I can be at workplace. So once my boss come to me and they start to ask me, "Hi, why didn't you manage these things at the time? What wrong with you, or what caused you to be late to give me a report?" So at that time, I can feel that, oh, I can feel ashamed and say that, "Oh, sorry, yet I was supposed to do it at a good time." To mean that once we have time management, it could be better to us because it helps us to improve our reputation instead of being ruined by poor time management. Also, time management, it can also help us to increase the relation between as workers as we can. uh, I can see that time management. In time management, we can read how to prioritize our tasks and planning, as well as removing unnecessary tasks in our